just keep looking.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Oh. Just letting me know.
Yeah. Thank goodness for this coffee, because we almost didn't make it today.
Stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Like up and down. Hello. Is it a person? I think maybe
Yes.
I need glasses.
Hello.
Shayna Naidu.
Welcome.
Hello.
Then I think should we get started?
Let's do it.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm Jen.
I'm Ashley, and we're Women's Warehouse.
Yeah, so today we're missing our partner, Nadine. We miss you and we love you. But we're gonna handle it. She had some stuff to do this evening, so we're gonna handle it, and we are gonna chat about
Gender-based violence, 16
Days of
activism,
Activism,
Movember, prostate cancer.
and so yes, so there's a lot that we wanna get through. We're introducing and getting ready for our 16 Days of Activism campaign, and we are going to be really breaking it down for you. We're going to be breaking it down, what sort of signs do you need to look out for. We want to focus on red flags. We're going to focus on what is abuse. I mean, statistically, there are some women that don't even know that they're being abused.
That's right.
So we want to give you a checklist, so please follow our social media. So let's talk about 16 Days of Activism.
Okay, let's dive right in. I'm so excited because we are gearing up for our 16 Days of Activism GBV boot camp.
Yes.
Yes, so we are going to be working out for a cause. You can come solo, but we do encourage you to rally up the girls, rally up the guys, and come and join us for an awesome boot camp where we'll be raising funds to assist 22 gender-based violence victims to get the counseling that they need, as well as partake in a self-defense workshop to empower them and also just to give them that confidence and the dignity.
Yes, and I'm challenging you guys. We are challenging you. We're going to be doing it. So if we can do it, you can do it.
Absolutely.
And this is our case. There's no vaccine for GBV, guys.
There is not. We've
got rid of COVID. Gender-based violence is still here and it's on the rise. Femicide. We're looking at different types of abuse. Some women, there's religious abuse, financial abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. Sexual abuse in marriage, guys. We need to let you guys know that there are certain instances where there's always an instance where consent actually matters.
Absolutely.
So, 16 Days of Activism, did you know that it's the 31st year? Started in 1991, 31 years of 16 Days of Activism. And guys, unfortunately, I want to give this a thumbs down to the government. We are still sitting with gender-based violence in our country, and that is unacceptable. We are tired. We will not be silent, and that's why last year we marched the JSC. This year we're going to do something about it. We are going to put those women through trauma counseling, those women and children, but also the theme this year is unite. So we need you to unite with us, because we are going to be doing something about gender-based violence. Yes, it is a massive issue, but if we don't start doing something now and attending to this problem and giving a voice to the voiceless, we are not going anywhere. So as Women's Warehouse, we've got big plans for 2023. The boot camp is 2022. 2023, we want to focus on age-appropriate content for early childhood development. We can teach these children what is a good behavior, what is a bad behavior. Take it into foundation phase, intermediate phase, into the schools. Take it into corporate. We're challenging you too.
That's right.
Get your women educated on gender-based violence. Write policies, write procedures. Get involved, guys. Your CSR budget is there. Use it for something that can go back into your staff.
Absolutely. And on that topic, so do you know that every 4 hours a woman in South Africa is murdered? That is the statistics at the moment. And when I read about these stories, a lot of the time it's women that are in abusive relationships and they stay and they forgive their partner until they are stabbed 35 times and their body is cut up and put in a freezer or in a plastic bag and then thrown in a bin and burnt. And we are saying no. That is why we are talking about these things, how to identify red flags, how to identify that you're being abused, and then also how to get out of the situation.
And we want to give you the tools, guys. We're discussing. Ashley, go back to our social media. Ashley spoke about grooming. This is one of the red flags as well. We are going to be talking about ignoring red flags tomorrow. So 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. on Instagram Live. Get in front of them. We're going to talk about, it's my chance, it's my opportunity, and we're going to talk about ignoring red flags. Yes. We need to talk about this more. Culturally, we are here to break the bias, right? The stigma culturally. Yes. We need to understand that across the board, GBV has got no gender preference, got no socioeconomic preference, it's got no race preference. It is happening to women on a daily basis. I listened to some tweet. I'm sorry, I didn't listen. I read some tweets from South African men. You know, they were talking about how angry and upset they are and how scared, but they're not even women. We were talking about it today. We have to fear every stage of our life, or
from the time you wake up to the time that you come back home. There's always a scenario where you have to fear for your life. You leave in the morning, you go take a morning jog. There's people whistling at you. There's cars following you. When you go to work, maybe if you take a taxi, you're at the taxi rank. There are guys whistling and making terrible remarks. When you're at work, there's cases of sexual harassment in the workplace.
Absolutely.
When you come back home, when you go to the shopping mall, when you go to the club, when you go out with friends, even when you're ordering an Uber, when are we safe?
Yeah, and that's we say in government. I hope, Mr. President Ramaphosa, any of your cabinet ministers, let's move aside of the stuff that's been going on social media, explicit videos. Let's attack the real problem. Let's move along. 13 billion, we listened to the summit last week, 2-day summit on gender-based violence. Yeah. What did we learn? 13 billion's been put away, 3 billion supposedly spent. What did you spend it on, Mr. President? We want to know right now.
Yeah, because we're still sitting with this problem.
Absolutely, and it's getting worse. We are one of the most dangerous countries for women in the world, if not the most dangerous. Yeah. And you're going to see Women's Warehouse 2023 is going to get up in your face. That is what's going to happen. We are going to ask the questions. We are going to get people to unite with us, and we're going to say no more to gender-based violence across the board. We know statistically men are suffering as well. Yes. We are fighting the cause for our country because it's a massive problem. Absolutely. And we need to, poverty perpetuates violence. We need to attack. So people use wisdom, make the right decisions. We need people that are going to actually do what they say. I mean, the road to destruction is paved with good intentions. All we are seeing is good intentions and no follow through. Next year, we're going to be at the presidential summit against gender-based violence, and we're going to start asking the questions. Legislation, we're coming for you. Yeah. Women with protection orders, we're going to be helping women that actually can. What's the word? Mm-hmm. They initiate a protection order, and then nothing happens afterwards. You need to educate women that. There's no follow through with that, and that is causing massive damage. So we are fighting this thing, guys. Yeah. The boot camp is just to create awareness, but from next year we are going to be very vocal about the position that we have from a gender-based violence perspective. We deal with women all the time.
Yes, and as I was saying last week in my live when I was talking about grooming, is that we need to stop being so lax about these things. We need to get angry. We need to get angry.
Yes.
It's your sisters, your fellow brothers and sisters that are being murdered, being killed. You know, fathers raping their own children.
It's from the
Gogos being raped and murdered. Gogos, 86-year-old in the Eastern Cape. No. It's absolutely ridiculous. How can this not make you angry?
Yeah.
How can you just sit in your nice house and driving your nice car and ignore the fact that your neighbor is being murdered and raped? That children next door are being murdered and raped. It's not okay. And you know where the responsibility lies? With you and I.
Absolutely.
So we need to do something. If our government's not going to do anything, you know what? We'll shout and we'll make a noise, yes, but we're also going to take action to make sure that we are protecting our children and we are protecting our women.
Absolutely. And I think it's across the board. We were talking about it today. Guys, we were talking about, you've got to take your power back as a woman. If you are not married to someone, do not send them explicit content because they can use it for cyber bullying and cyber abuse. Yeah. We need to be educated. But another thing, government, we have become so desensitized to violence in our country that femicide is just something that we just carry on. It's a pass the milk or pass the sugar scenario. You know, we talk about it at the dinner table and it's like, pass me the salt. It's become moot.
No.
It's not acceptable. We have become desensitized to crime in our country, to violence, and therefore the statistics against women has just been put aside. There is no, Becky Clele, this is for you. There is no infrastructure in the SAPs to help these victims. They're brave enough to actually come and actually report a crime, and they are treated like perpetrators.
Yeah.
Corporate. I witnessed a woman who was assaulted in a hospital. The staff of this hospital was so rude with this woman because she needed to pay her admin fee. And I was like, do you guys even understand what this woman is trauma? She's assaulted. She said, I've been assaulted. I need you to check me out. There is a lack of empathy. There's a lack of compassion. And women, we are the community leaders. We are the teachers. We are the mothers in our homes. If we do not show empathy to our sister, we're not going anywhere.
What's happened?
What
has
exactly
happened that you as another woman can watch your fellow sister suffer and you think nothing of it?
No.
That's why I said anyone that I'm associated with, any friend of mine, any family member of mine will not have that attitude. No, not while I'm in your circle. Not while I'm in your circle.
Absolutely.
You will not have that attitude.
We are righteously angry.
Yeah.
You can see that it's 16 days. It's something because we believe 16 days is not enough. It's great that it's been going for 31 years, but 16 days is not enough. And it's up to us as women, and you know what, men out there as well. Tell your brother what he's doing is wrong. Respect a woman.
Yes.
No matter what, there's no instance where violence has to be. If you want violence, go and box in a ring, or go and get a friend and spar with them. But there's no reason for violence, and we have to teach our children.
Yes.
We have to teach our children, and that's where we want to go. We want to go grassroots, guys. We've got big plans against gender-based violence as Women's Warehouse, but we can't do it alone.
Yeah.
At this stage, there's the three of us and one is missing, but we're not going to stop the fight. We're not going to stop educating you on what is abuse, stop you from perpetuating the cycle, teaching you and giving you the tools that you need to get out of a GBV scenario. Whether you're dating, single, or in a marriage, there are options, guys. You are not alone. And we need to start shouting, screaming, until someone will listen. It is no longer acceptable. We cannot continue like this. We go into communities, we see the hopelessness. And what if they're coming from a scenario where mom and dad are hitting each other or being abused? You know, what are we doing there? So we need to stand up. So please follow our social media. This was the intro to the 16 Days of Activism. Ashley spoke about the boot camp. Ladies that have joined us, it's 100 Rand. Come and have a fun fitness night out. We're so about fitness and investing in our health. Invest in something for somebody else.
Yeah.
Help them restore and be healed. We want to focus Women for Change South Africa. We want to speak to you.
Yeah.
Power, we're speaking to you. We're going to call these people. We want to help the people that come to them and ask for help. So GBV Bootcamp. We want to speak about men's health as well, guys.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we were talking about how to fit that in, but we'll be talking about men's health because guys matter as well.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about gender-based violence. We're going to educate you and break it down in every session so that you can identify the abuse and you can identify what is going on in your relationship. So please follow our social media, get involved with the boot camp, guys. Corporate, there is a massive marketing opportunity for this event to come and be a part of it. Use it as a marketing opportunity, support our cause. Let's get these women the help that they need.
Yes.
It's desperate. And let's just live the theme of unite, guys. It's unite. We kingdom-minded, and it says where there's unity, there is blessing. So let's not, like Nadine, what was it? Don't break her down, fix her crown. So that's what we want you to do. Join us on the day, inquire, get on our social media, see how you can get involved. It's a simple thing like coming to a fitness morning will change a woman's life. 8 years. There's prizes, there's giveaways. We're going to get some celebrities involved. Corporate's going to get involved. Come and just be a part of this amazing event. And we will show you the journey of these women and children that go on this restoration and healing course workshop with our partners, the Mental Wellness Institute and Color Combat Systems. We will show you what the progress and how they've progressed and how they've been healed, because this sets people free. We bind this. Sorry, that's my dogs. We bind the spirit of oppression, because that's what's happening at the moment. We're being oppressed by fear, constant fear. We come against that. And that's why I'm saying they're going to have to block their ears next year, because we will not stop. We will not stop. We focused a lot on period poverty. We focused a lot on that. But next year we are going to be taking it on. We're going to be taking it on. And that's why we're doing this workshop. We're not just marching. We are going to be taking it on to government, whoever will listen, perpetrators. There's plans that we want to do to give you guys tools to avoid certain situations. So follow our social media.
Yeah. And just on that, I also wanted, so I'm going to tell a bit of a story.
Yes.
That I read on LinkedIn.
One
of my connections, she was sharing a story of, they actually had a GBV forum, and she was speaking at the GBV forum, and after the event, then she went to Nickelway Mall.
Yes.
And she was walking in the mall, and one of the people that work at the exclusive books, a gentleman, got her attention and said, "You're being followed." And he pointed out the guy that was following her, and approached the guy, and he's like, no, I'm not, obviously denied it. And then obviously he went about his own way, and she just stayed there for a little bit, pretending to read books and stuff, just to pass the time until the coast was clear. And then she continued. She was doing her toiletry shopping. She went to Clicks, and she saw the same guy in a different shirt.
What?
He changed his shirt, and he was following her. So she took out her phone and she started videoing him to say, "I see you following me. What do you want? Why are you following me?" And then he went off, and she found her brother, and he came to fetch her, to make sure that she's safe. And I just thought, the things that we have to do, and the things that we have to go through as women in this country. It's like an extreme sport being a woman. It's not funny. It's not funny. But it's like an extreme sport. But what I actually wanted to, the key point here is that guy, Exclusive Books, could have potentially saved her life. Because who knows what could have happened if he just ignored it, like, "Oh man, he's probably not following her," or "Oh man, it's none of my business." Because that's the mentality these days. It's none of my business. I don't want to get involved. What would have happened if he had that kind of mentality?
Oh my gosh,
The
we commend
simple,
you.
yes. I wish I knew that guy's name. Just know he works at Exclusive Books at Nickelway Mall.
Well, yeah, we salute you and thank you for getting involved when no one else
It's a
will.
simple act. It's a simple act of just checking out for one another, having each other's backs. The same thing happened to me at Monte Casino. There was a teenage girl sitting on the bench there by the fountain, and there were 3 guys at the restaurant trying to cost her, watching her the whole time. And the one guy had his phone like this.
Yeah.
So I was assuming he's taking a video of her. And she's so unaware, teenagers.
Do not let your kids go to any place alone, people.
And she's sitting alone on this bed. And there's the 3 of them. They keep looking at her, and the man is holding his phone like this the whole time. So I sat with her. I was with my sister, who's also a teenager. And I sat with her, and I was like, "Babe, you cannot not be aware of your surroundings. You need to be aware of your surroundings. First of all, you're a female in South Africa. You can't. Do you know that these 3 men are watching you?" So I sat with her until they went away. They weren't even eating. I don't know how the restaurant allowed them in. They didn't order anything. They're just sitting there, looking at her, talking, and this man is holding his phone. So I don't know if he was recording a video or taking pictures of her. But please, guys, I used to get so irritated with my parents and my granny especially, because they were so super overprotective of me. Always want to know where I am. Always phoning me when I'm out. But rather be overprotective. Than have regrets later on.
Absolutely. And I just want to tell you from that, we deal a lot with human trafficking from a ministry perspective. They have specific a description of a child, a teenager, and they will look for that specific need for pedophiles, child pornography. That child, You need to educate your children and your teenagers. Guys, if you let your teens go out alone, it's a big no. And it's no judgment.
No.
It's different to when we were growing up. We could actually explore. There's no option for that. And the thing is, the mistake, it's not finding a body. That child is being raped multiply. And guys, you're going to have to understand, this is what we do on a day. It's a reality. So if they are filming, they are checking if that is ticking all the boxes, literally, because that person has become dehumanized. They are a source of money, and that is abuse. Sex trafficking is who we want to focus on for this workshop. It is trauma on another level, what these girls and children have gone through. So, you know, just do the small things at home, get involved, be a part of your child's life. We know it's busy, but that is something you guys need to understand. So we're going to be covering all this stuff. We're going to be speaking about GBV, trafficking, children understanding good and bad relationships, breaking the cycle, starting at grassroots. This is what Women's Warehouse is about, and this is our passion. And we're not talking about it, guys.
We're doing something about it.
That's it. So please, boot camp. I see Catherine. We love you. Thank you so much for everybody that's come online. I don't know if there's any questions. If you want to raise a hand, we're happy to talk about it. But I mean, guys, we're really pushing this. There's no vaccine for gender-based violence. The pandemic is still here. Yeah. We need to get involved.
It's so sad being
girl. But you know what? We were talking about it. That's a fact. What is the truth?
Yes.
What is the truth?
Yes.
So we're talking about fact versus truth and standing on the word of the Lord. So what is the truth?
The truth is that we are protected.
Yes.
But at the same time, we also have to use wisdom.
Wisdom?
We also have to use wisdom.
And we are never left off. God will never leave us or forsake us. So that is the truth. And we come against the spirit. We come against it in our society. It is hard being a woman. But you know what? Unity. If we stand together and we go, this is not okay. Until someone listens to us, we will overcome. Absolutely. We will be the change. There's no coincidence that you are in South Africa as a woman in this time.
Yeah.
You have been there's something has been put inside of you to make a difference in South Africa. So Facebook, Instagram, get involved. Yes. It's a simple thing like coming together and going, I've been a victim. Yes. Or it's coming to an event and going, we will not stand for this anymore. Yes. Or it's having conversations, open conversations, being vulnerable. Guys, this all makes a difference. Yeah. And it changes the narrative. Yeah. Because unfortunately in South Africa, we've all been divided. That's been a massive push to divide us, not only as people, but as women. Yeah. And we've got to unite again, guys. Yeah. And we can do it. So if you have any questions, hello at Women's Warehouse, follow our social media. I know Catherine and them are getting a team together for our boot camp. I know Lauren has got some people that are coming. We've received such a massive response. Not even only a woman. As well. Yeah, guys, absolutely. We are focusing on men and women. Statistically, we know, we understand. So we are fighting this for our South Africa, but we've got to stand united. Absolutely. Can't do it on our own.
No. So do this.
Yeah.
Join arms with us.
Join arms.
Brothers, sisters, everyone. Join arms with us and help us to eradicate gender-based violence in our country.
If not us, well, not then who?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're going to end off with that. Yeah. And we will join you tomorrow at 12 p.m. for my live on Ignoring Red Flags. Yeah. And then we will see you in 2 weeks' time with our Nadine. Because we love you and miss you. Yes. So guys, have a good evening. God bless.
Bye. I'll do this one.
Okay.